Hello, my name is Visor, and welcome to Game 13 of Let's Play Game Dev Tycoon. Last episode, we were saved by Enter the Cage, which is going to do really well and make us a lot of money. So what I'm going to do this episode is probably hire another new person, this time somebody who's tech-focused, just so we can get another person to generate some research points. Additionally, I probably should start researching some stuff for our next game engine, because I don't want to research everything we need to do in the next episode. That'll take too long. Now, since Ryan's research level is so low, I'm not going to have him help at all. Instead, I'll just have Visor and Kelly do all the research. Now, in terms of stuff we need to research, I don't care about this stuff so much. It's really the game features I want to research because those are the things that will go into the engine. So let's start off with better dialogue and level editor. While we're doing this, though, let's try to fill our position. Now, we want somebody who is very tech-focused, since we already have Ryan, who is design-focused. We do complex algorithms, and let's do 100K. I just want to see whether we'll get a lot better people, or what happens. Oh, right. And also, last episode, simulations was actually doing really well at the time, but I didn't have a choice to do a simulation game. I mean, I did have a choice, but I decided against it. I thought making Wicker Man Enter the Cage was the better option. And it did work out. Oh, and also, the Super TS is coming out. That's going to be awesome. Granted, I might be a little biased. I definitely played a lot more SNES and NES games when I was younger. Didn't really touch any of the Sega stuff, which I guess saves me from the disappointment of what Sonic eventually became. Anyway, this first guy isn't bad. Let's see. Now, this guy I don't think is worth it. His speed and research is so low that I don't think this really balances out. At least from what I understand, design, technology, and research determines the size of the bubble, but speed determines how often the bubbles come. So, yeah, he has a lot of technology, but it's kind of worthless at that speed. Which, of course, is something we need to take care of for Kelly. Oh, this isn't bad. This has high technology, high speed, and high research. Of course, there's always a downside. She costs 7K more. However, she is level 2, and if I'm going to level up the first guy, I have to give him a raise anyway. So in the long term, I think Erica Robinson is probably worth it. So let's hire her. Hire someone famous. She's famous? Oh god. Am I being ignorant? Is Erica Robinson somebody famous from gaming history? Because I'll be honest, I don't know. This makes me feel a little worried and a little dumb. Also, I think we might need to send Ryan on vacation. His efficiency bar is pretty low. Anyway, let's do Erica's welcome training. We need to get that out of the way. I'm really concerned about this. Who is she? Anyway, let's keep on researching stuff. We need to do gameplay. Also research, I guess. Let's make our story and quest even better. We'll do simple cutscenes. Actually, Ryan's efficiency bar is increasing. That's good. And looks like Wicker Man's still doing pretty good. Actually, looking at everybody's efficiency bar is going up, so no vacations for anyone, I guess. Let's before we do more research, let's check out some of their stats. 271. And Erica has... She has higher research. We're going to have Erica do our research then. Open world. We still have 64 research points, so we can probably do maybe 1 or 2 more rounds of research. This time Visor will do character progression. We probably won't research graphics this time. They're kind of expensive. But next episode, we're going to have to decide how we're going to handle the graphic stuff, because we definitely can't research both. Alright, everybody's efficiency bar is almost maxed out. That's awesome. Oh, and Wicker Man Enter the Cage is now off the market, which means we probably should start making our next game right after this last bit of research. Okay, Erica's efficiency bar isn't maxed yet, but we gotta make our next game. Let's see. Find a publishing deal. City in action. I don't want to do that. Romance and simulation. I think we might have some ideas for that. City RPG. I honestly don't think these make sense. Like, from what we can tell, there are definitely certain contracts that are deadly. They're like traps, and if you take them, you're going to get screwed. I don't think law and adventure make sense. I'm pretty sure maybe law strategy or maybe law simulations. Those things I can understand. Law adventure, I don't see it happening. City RPG, I don't really think is a good combination. Same deal with city action. Romance simulation, let me check the game IDs we have and see what we got. Now, looking at this contract, one of my concerns is the min score is a bit high, and I'm actually not sure about this combination. If I look at the data that we've collected, we don't have anything on romance yet. But, of course, we can't just rely on old data, we need to gather new data as well. So this might be worth it. Now, since this is a simulation, I believe technology is important. So this Erica person we just hired should help us out a bunch. As for the game idea, I have a sort of disturbing game suggestion. It's going to be a mature romance RPG, which means we're not going to be releasing it on the TES. We'll probably do it on PC. Now, the idea is from Poyo Boiler. He suggested, how about a mature romance RPG with a horrendous name, like Sweaty Neckbeard Action? The box art alone should cause vomiting and angry parents to burn down the studio. Let's tempt fate. Let's try another mature game and see what happens. Now, let's look at our data again. Do we have anything about mature? Well, so far all we have is the Master V does not like mature. I'm pretty sure the TS is similar, as well as the game link. So we're gonna definitely have to do this on the PC. So let's pick that as our platform. I guess overall we don't actually have a lot of data on the PC yet. In terms of market share, it's okay. It's not a top market share like the game link, but it's still a decent chunk. So we can probably go with that. So we're gonna do romance RPG, simulation. We're gonna do it as mature. And for our engine, well, we still only have that one engine, so let's go with that. Still going for the best graphics. Oh, Super TES is out. We'll probably try to do that for our next game, as well as our next game engine. Though, really, game engines are a little platform unspecific. So far, anyway. Alright. Well, there's not much we can do here. So, it's a simulation game. I would think engine's important. I think story and quest is less important. I don't know if I should be... It's a romance as well, though. Do I need some story and quest for romance? Not sure. But since Erica currently has the best tech score, let's have her do all the engine work. Gameplay, that's a mix of design and tech. Let's have Visor do that. And we'll just have Kelly round out the end. These are not great numbers. Well, I'm getting a lot of research points at least. Actually, no, these are pretty decent numbers. I have a hard time judging. Now, well, it's a simulation, so I think artificial intelligence would be important. Dialogue, not as much. Level design, not as much. It really seems like it should be a heavy artificial intelligence-based thing, which of course means I want Erica to do that. She's really our best choice, but this would also max her out, so we'll probably not use her for stage 3. Now for the remaining topics, we can have Ryan do that, and Visor do this. Yeah, they're not overworked yet. Follow your progress. Formal invitation. Ooh. I didn't know about this, so we can do games, games, and games. This world's version of E3. Interesting. Generate hype? Oh, I forgot. I need to do marketing. Totally forgot to do that last episode. So, what type of marketing should we do? Should we advertise in magazines? Should we do magazines and demos? We probably shouldn't do a small campaign. And from the first time we tried marketing, we learned that too much marketing can backfire. Now, we are making a game we have very little data on, so we have no idea whether this will turn out good or not. But from the numbers so far, these are pretty decent numbers. Maybe we'll do something small. We don't want to overhype it. Though I wonder what's going to happen when, like, the internet comes. We're not going to advertise in magazines anymore, right? Yeah, in terms of numbers, this isn't bad at all. Okay. So now, world design probably is not important. Let's do high graphics, high sound. we gotta get... Oh, looks like I totally forgot to name the game. I don't know why that slipped my mind, but in this version of the game, we can rename it before we release. Anyway, since eventually this will be called Sweaty Neckbeard Action, I think we need to jack up the graphics and sound to deliver the full fidelity of the Sweaty Neckbeard Action. But how are we going to divide all this up? I mean, I guess sound should be high in tech, but we also said we weren't going to use Erica anymore. She's already maxed out. So how are we going to divide this up? Guess Visor has to do a bit of it, but he's got a lot of work too. Actually, graphics and sound, is that all tech, or is that tech and design? Because I think it might be a mix. So since Kelly's more balanced, her doing graphics will probably be fine. I mean, that makes sense, right? You need to have good design for the graphics, but you need the tech to back it up. At least that's how I see it. Anyway, so far it looks like we're gonna have a new technology record, which is probably good for a simulation game. We did have quite a few bugs, but with a full team, we can work through these pretty quickly. Anyway, I think that's going to do, so let's finish it out and see how we did. So we got a new record. That's really cool. A bunch of people leveled up, but we still need to change the game's name. I can't believe we forgot to do that. So like I said, it's going to be Sweaty Neckbeard Action. I'm going to have a fun time finding the right cover art for this. I mean, the box art has to be perfect for us to piss people off with it. But anyway, let's release the game, see what happens. And okay, so another salary increase for Kelly. That's fine. Oh god. There's even more research options now. We're gonna have to make some decisions about what we want in our next game engine then. Next episode. But come on, moment of truth. Remember, we have to beat a score of a 7. Think we can do it? Alright. What the fuck? Well then. So it looks like I might have screwed up when I was trying to rename the game. Maybe I needed to click accept or something on the page, and I just didn't do it. Unfortunate. But, Poi Boiler, I will still name this Sweaty Neckbeard Action for the video, and find a very nasty image for it. Just for your idea. Alright, not bad. Okay, we can handle this. Good despite the name. Oh man, I'm sorry. If I actually had the name as Sweaty Neckbeard Action, this comment would have been amazing. Oh well. Though it's probably because I didn't rename it that we got that name, so it's alright. But anyway, we met the minimum requirement for the publishing deal, so let's see the final sales numbers. Wow, we learned a lot of cool stuff from this game report. First of all, romance and simulation is a good combination. Not great, but good. Additionally, it turns out for simulation games, gameplay is actually very important. I thought it would have been an engine. So next time we're gonna do more gameplay, or at least max them both. And finally, all our other matches were great. Platform and genre, platform and audience and topic. All of them were great. That's excellent. Probably why this game did pretty well. Additionally, we also got a bonus report on Erica. Since she was still a new employee, for our next game, she can actually do even better, which is great because the next game is going to be our big bet. As for our final sales numbers, they're not too interesting. We made $2 million worth of profit just like our last game, and we gained a lot of fans. Overall, we're doing pretty good. So let's see what happens next episode, which is when we'll do the following 3 things. Go to G3, make a new game engine, and finally, do another big bet. But until then, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys next time.